What helps make Upfront such a unique war game is its tournament-style nature. Each scenario not only comes with a suggested setup, but also with a Design Your Own, or DYO, points, so players can create their own forces. In 1989, The General, Volume 26, Number 5, was headlined by an article written by Marcus Watney, which published his CityFight 501-4 option. Taking advantage of the DYO system in Upfront, Watney helped to create a simple system that allows Upfront players to create their own forces and engage in tournament play. The system itself is quite simple. You take 501 design points and create a squad. That squad will engage in the city fight, or Scenario B, found in the Upfront rules. The battle itself will take place over 4 decks. If creating a squad using DYO points sound familiar, it foreshadowed card games like Magic the Gathering, a game based on building your own deck to play in a tournament setting. Although you can use most of the published scenarios, the city fight is particularly attractive because of the victory conditions. Seizing buildings to accrue victory points means both sides are attacking first, then defending their gains. This system utilizes Rule 43.4 of Upfront, which offers discounts for bringing in reinforcements later in the game. Forces that arrive after the first deck are reduced in cost by 0.8. Forces that arrive after 2 decks are reduced in cost by half. And forces that arrive after 3 decks are reduced by 0.2. For example, if you decide you want your squad to have a King Tiger, it costs 656 points, which makes it prohibitive to bring it in the first deck. However, that number is reduced to a mere 131.2 points if it comes in during the final deck. Of course, the rest of your squad may be long gone by then, but at least you have a King Tiger on your side. The discounts in purchases when bringing in reinforcements means that you can shape your squad around tanks, infantry guns, or more commonly medium machine guns. Conversely, you may try to outthink your opponent and put everything up front, so to speak, and try to win the game before the reinforcements arrive. That is the beauty of the CityFight 501-4 concept. You can create your own squad and make minor or major changes based on their performance in each gaming session. How you create your own squad will depend in large part on the nationality you have chosen. Each side has its own advantages and disadvantages, so you will have to account for that when putting together your squad. This means purchasing soldiers with good morale who can fight effectively going forward to take buildings. Be mindful of low morale soldiers, because if your squad loses half its soldiers, you lose the game. CityFight 501-4 opens up the possibilities of trying out different weapons that are not thought of as often compared to rifles, machine guns, and tanks. If there was one weapon made for the CityFight scenario, it is the flamethrower, mostly because it negates the defender's terrain and is not affected by movement. That means unless a strong concealment card is played, firing a flamethrower at point-blank range causes a Fire 5 attack. But it does make the person carrying the flamethrower more vulnerable. But as good as it is offensively, it is even more effective when used to protect valuable terrain. Although 50 points may seem excessive and the charge is difficult to employ, you can wipe out a group of high morale soldiers and buildings with this device. Of course, it may run away with your soldier if he panics, but that's part of the fun of the game. The mortar may be the ultimate nuisance weapon. It offers the advantage of burning otherwise worthless fire cards. But because the random number card that is drawn is added to the effect number, striking a target can be difficult, but when it does hit, it may wipe out an entire group. Add to that the fact that any concealment card must be played before the random number card is drawn, and you create a difficult decision for your opponent. One of the more obscure choices is off-board artillery. Although it can be expensive, it allows you to bring down an FP7 strike on any group. While getting a hit does require a combination of a radio card and a particular random number card, the result may be a wiped-out group that swings the game in your favor. What makes CityFight 501-4 so enjoyable is the ability to create new squads that run the gamut from all infantry from the start to bringing in different weapons, infantry guns, and tanks throughout the game. It is the perfect way for those who enjoy Upfront to play one scenario over and over again, and yet it always feels like the first time.